Welcome to all of my Tauruses, Sun, Moon, Rising, or anyone else who felt called to watch this video. This tarotscope reading is going to be looking into 3 areas of your life throughout the coming lunar month, beginning with the new moon on March 13th and ending with the following new moon on April 11th. So we're going to be looking at career and money, romance, and then your spiritual/general message. We're going to be looking at what's coming up for you and getting some guidance about how to make the most of this upcoming moon cycle. Now, for those of you who are astrology geeks and you know a lot about your specific natal chart placements by sign and degree, and if you want to look at how the upcoming moon cycle is going to be affecting you personally based on those degrees, you can look at, I've provided information in the description box below for the sign and degree placements of the new and full moons in this cycle for both tropical and sidereal. So, all right, guys. Again, if you want to navigate through the video to a particular section, you can use the timestamps below. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get started on career and money. All right, Taurus, let's get started looking at your career in and of itself, and then we'll look at money separately. So what can you be expecting this month for your career? How are things going to be going? We get the Ten of Swords reversed and the Strength reversed. Okay, so I get the feeling that career-wise, you have been coming up you've been dealing with lately some struggles and issues already, and I feel like throughout this coming lunar month you're going to be gaining more strength in terms of overcoming those problems that you've already been facing. There's been a lot on your mind regarding your career, and it feels like you're going to be overcoming a lot of those perceived challenges. A lot of the things that have been causing mental turmoil you're going to be resolving. Now the Strength card is reversed here, which means that I think you're stronger than what you realize. But again, you're coming out of a period of, you've just been very mentally exhausted, I feel like. And so it might be a little bit difficult for you to just get back into that peace of mind. So for you, you may not realize how much strength that you are actually expressing in doing that, because you are very strong. So I think the reversal of the Strength is just showing that you don't know your own strength. But yeah, you're coming out of some difficult phase. So this is going to be a much more positive month, I feel. For those of you who've been going through difficult times and you haven't been really getting ahead in your career, or maybe there's been something at work that has been just stressing you out, I do see that improving through the strength of your own will. You are the one making it better, and you should be proud of yourself for that. So what about your money? For money, I get Prince of Wands. Let's see here. Prince of Wands and Queen of Swords. I get the feeling that you have a very firm idea of how you want to spend your money this month, or how you want to make your money, or both. I think you have an awareness that other people may be judging you, or there might be someone in particular that you feel is perhaps judging you when it comes to how you're using your money or how you earn it, or both, something like that. So I just feel with the Prince of Wands, it's sort of like you're in this energy of kind of asserting your freedom. You're like, listen, I'm my own person. You're allowed to have opinions. You're allowed to have judgments. I can't control what you're thinking about me, but I'm not going to allow you to control me either. And you don't get to decide what my mindset is about my money. So I think in terms of the money itself, money is probably going well for you, because the Prince of Wands would be someone who, you know, they have money that they have available to spend on things that are just for fun. So you have enough to meet your obligations, but also you have, and then some, you know, you have money for the fun stuff, stuff that's just, you know, for enjoyment. Okay, and from our astrology cards here, we have Pisces in terms of your career life. So I'm feeling that, yeah, I think that you're really idealizing your career very much. I feel like your career is really important for you, and you have these big dreams. And I think that's why your mind has been so preoccupied with your career lately, because you have important things that you want to do with your life. It's almost like you feel like a life purpose, almost like a spiritual calling as it relates to your career. Some of you might be in a spiritual career of some kind, or you just feel like your career is an area of your life in which you can fulfill some sort of spiritual purpose, or you're like, you know, I know that I'm here to do something that's bigger than myself. Yeah, I think that in terms of the guidance for you guys, trusting your intuition and trusting that spiritual calling that you've been led to is going to be what really helps you even more so to draw upon your own inner strength in order to come to surpass any of these mental battles that you've been facing. Now, I'm not saying that there haven't been real life battles either, but a lot of this with the Ten of Swords, there's been just a lot of anxiety and anguish which is in your head. And that you have control over that. You can release that through, I feel like, having faith and trusting your intuition. Let's see what other guidance we get here from the Edgar Allan Poe deck. What's the guidance for Taurus for their career this month? We get 8 of Diamonds, which is like the 8 of Pentacles. So that's, you know, working, progressing, realizing that you're very strong, you're very capable, you're very good at what you do in your career, and you are making progress. The quote here says, "There is something in the unselfish and self-sacrificing love of a brute which goes directly to the heart of him who has had frequent occasion to test the paltry friendship and gossamer fidelity of mere man." Yeah, so unselfish and self-sacrificing, that really goes along with Pisces. You are someone who, I think you've, with the Ten of Swords as well, maybe you've been making certain sacrifices, and it is because you care so much about being of service to the greater good in some way, or to this spiritual purpose. And sometimes you feel that being so self-sacrificing in this way has led other people to have this sort of, to try to take control of what you're doing. And I feel like you don't like that. You're like, listen, I'm here to do something good. So why are you trying to exert this control over me? Can't you see that I'm here to do something that's purposeful and meaningful? There is something in the unselfish and self-sacrificing love of a brute which goes directly to the heart of him who has had frequent occasion to test the paltry friendship and gossamer fidelity of mere man. I mean, I think some of you need to kind of like just calm down a little bit and maybe not expect so much of yourself. Like, you know, some of you might feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, like it's your job to sort of save the world or something. And it's wonderful when there can be people like that who care so much about doing something that if it's not just about self-interest, but like, you know, you can also lose strength through that, through being so giving or being so intent on some sort of greater good that you forsake your own personal needs. That's why in astrology, the 12th house, which is related to this Piscean energy, is opposite from the 6th house. The 6th house is about meeting our personal needs. You know, you can be such a martyr that you forget to actually take care of yourself and like feed yourself and stuff like that, you know. This could be what's happening, and that could really have an impact on your health even. Yeah, 5 of Swords reversed. I feel that your guides are saying you need to give up a little bit of this martyr energy that perhaps you've been in. Okay, so let's see what the guidance is about money. Like we said, it looks like you might perceive that someone is criticizing either what you do with your money or how you make your money. Okay, in Aries, your willpower. What you think about, what you think you know about things, do it your own way. Yeah, so I think that, you know, what your approach is correct. So the guidance is continue to approach it in your way. Do your own thing. You know, don't worry about this person who's being judgmental of you. You can't, I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinions about things. But you don't have to listen to it or obey it. And then we have Queen of Spades. Man's real life is happy, chiefly because he is ever expecting that it soon will be so. This is interesting. This came up with the Aries reading as well. We had a double Queen of Wands there. Here we have a double Queen of Swords. Yeah, so, I mean, the Queen of Swords can definitely be someone who is extremely critical. So I feel like you're encountering someone like that in your life right now. So whatever this is, you know, just put yourself in the positive mindset of, you know what, I don't have to do what that person says, and therefore I don't have to think about what they're saying either. You know, I can just let their opinion go and focus on myself and focus on my own happiness as it relates to how I earn my money and or how I make my money. All right, so that's what I'm getting for you guys as the guidance. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the romance portion of the reading. All right, Taurus, let's see what's going on in your romantic life for the next lunar month, for the lunar month beginning on March 13th, ending on April 11th, and we'll get some guidance for you as well. So what can Taurus expect, and how can they make the most of things? The Nine of Wands, the Five of Wands, so lots of Wands energy, and the Emperor. Okay. I feel like, yeah, I feel, you know, I know that some of you watching are single, some are in relationships. I feel like for most of you, you at least have a particular person in mind, though. Whether you're in a relationship with them or not. And I kind of feel like you are just kind of not wanting to deal with the obstacles of fighting with someone. We have with the Emperor reverse, like whoever you have in mind, or maybe if you don't have a particular person in mind and you're single and you're just out here looking for love, maybe you've had a lot of experiences of someone kind of being very dominant over you and sort of trying to control you or like push you around or control your behavior or just tell you how things are. Someone who tries to be the leader of the relationship, but in a dominant way. And again, for those of you who are watching and you have a particular person in mind, that's what I feel like you are experiencing this month. It's like you don't want to fight with the Five of Wands reversed. It's kind of like, I don't think this person really wants to fight either, though, you know, because this is the energy between the two of you. Five of Wands upright would show that you both kind of wanted to go at it. I think that what's happening here is the person that you are thinking of, yes, they do want to be in their power as it relates to this connection or this relationship, but it's not that they're necessarily wanting to fight with you. And you are definitely not wanting to fight. You're definitely picking your battles. With the Nine of Wands, you're like, oh God, I know if I try to get into this battle, I'm probably going to lose anyway, because, you know, they're coming through with the Emperor's energy. You're like, I'm prepared for it. But I really just wish, you know, that we would not be having this conflict and frustration that we're having. All right. What can you do to improve this energy? What can Taurus do to improve this energy? You know, I think you're just going to have to recognize, with the Six of Cups reversed, I think it's saying, don't just give in to their demands, don't be a doormat. But Spirit is saying, understand that, this person is just very strong-willed right now. The Emperor reversed and now the Queen of Swords. They're very strong-willed and very... this is just how their energy is right now. They just want to be who they are. They don't want anyone to question them either. This person is very independent in their thinking and in their behavior. I feel like things are going to blossom here simply by you allowing this person to be who they are, but not being a doormat. Let me get a little bit of... Here's, you never want to be someone's doormat. Yeah, I feel like you genuinely care about this person very much. We have the Three of Cups and the Six of Cups. But it's like you don't want... maybe the two of you have had arguments before when this person has gone through phases where they're really, asserting their independence like this. And you're like, I just want us to get along. I don't want to go back to those times in the past where we had frustration. I think that your energy is just wanting to bring the harmony. But like I said, the best way you can do that is to not be a doormat to them. Yeah, I feel like there's something going on with this person right now. They are going through something. Maybe they're stressed out. And it is not okay for someone to take their stress out on you. But just to recognize maybe like what's causing them to be so opinionated or to be so... I feel like this is just... It's not necessarily that they're being a bully, but they're just being very vocal with their opinion right now. And they do not feel like holding it back right now. Yeah, this person loves and cares about you as well. They think the world of you. I don't want to... If you're like literally being bullied or intimidated or threatened or something, then you definitely need to get out of that situation. That's nothing to put up with. But if this is just, this person is being kind of argumentative and they're being very vocal and expressive of their opinions, there's something going on here with them. They're stressed out about something that they're probably not telling you about. And it's just making them less ready to put up with anything that they have a problem with. So if you're doing something that they don't like, if you're irritating them, they're going to mention it. They're going to be like, why are you eating with your mouth open? That gets on my nerves, So yeah, it's not nice for them to be like that, but yeah, I think that it will improve, so other than don't be a doormat, what's the better way to say that? Or like what specifically? Don't be a doormat. Four of Cups. Yeah, don't allow it to... Don't feel like you have to put up with it. Like maybe you need to just have space from this person right now so that you're not subjected to their bad mood. Yeah, because I think at some point, even though you don't want to fight, at some point it's probably going to push you into that, So I think that you kind of need to not allow it to stagnate here. Don't let that person feel that this is something that you're just going to allow this relationship or connection to wallow in. You're not going to wallow in this energy of them being irritable at you and taking things out at you. We're all human and we all get irritated sometimes. But yeah, I think you also have to assert like, listen, I might just need my space and my independence as well. If you're not ready to talk to me about what the real issue is, let's just take some space. But in any case, with the Three of Wands, I do see things getting better here. Yeah, it's really not worth getting into a fight about. Whatever this is, it will blow over. There's no need to sort of, get into a back and forth about it. So that's what I'm getting for your romantic life. Let's go ahead and get your general and spiritual message for the month. All right, Taurus, so instead of like a kind of an outcome for you generally and spiritually, I'm just going to get like an overall message of support from your guides. So what's the overall spiritual guidance? What do you just really need to know and understand? Just to overall have the greatest possible experience that you can this month. All right, dear you, human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep, not just in bed, but the kind where you forget that you are a spiritual, immortal being taking on a temporary human form. It's not your fault. Everyone suffers from spiritual amnesia once in a while. As you develop an identity, an ego, you begin to see through the eyes of a small self, and you have less connection to your soul self. You may not even recognize this is going on, but you sure can feel it. We're here to remind you to look through your soul's eyes and see that magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in Spirit, who is teaming with you to fulfill the contract you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. And we did see, for those of you who watched the career portion, you guys are definitely feeling that connection very strongly of contributing to the evolution of the world. Okay, wake up and remember that all the help you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. Your mind, in alignment with divine intelligence, is unstoppable. Right? Like so we saw in the first part of the video, you're stronger than you realize. The world is yours to co-create. You are so loved, and we are all behind you. So you have a lot of spiritual support, and this is just a nice reminder of that. Let's see what your chakra card is. Let's see. Your base chakra, self-sufficiency. By finding material security without being materialistic, I will gain satisfaction, stability, and inner strength. I am resourceful. I put in the effort to be responsible for supplying fundamental needs in my life, such as shelter, food, water, and clothing. I take responsibility for where I now find myself in life as I move forwards. I get in touch with and trust my innate wisdom, which tells me that I will be provided with all that I need. All right, so I hope that those messages were helpful for you, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.